Ready to go!
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to another YouTube video. I've woken up this morning and looked at my phone, and what can I say but nothing short of an amazing training video from Michael Todd. Of course, what makes it so amazing is the fact that Todd Hutchings, Toddzilla, the Side Pressure King, whatever you know him as, he is present along with Don Underwood and Corey West for what is truly an extraordinary training session. And what makes it so extraordinary is the fact that Michael Todd and Todd Hutchings have never pulled before. And their contrasting styles make it so fascinating that there's a lot to pick apart here. What does it mean for Michael? What does it mean for Todd? What does it mean for the hierarchy of the WAL? Lots of interesting stuff. One interesting point to note is that when Todd Hutchings visited Australia, stayed at my place for a week, we actually spoke about this. We actually spoke about his ambition to take on Michael Todd. We spoke about tactics. We spoke about how he thinks Michael's beatable and how he thinks that he could do something. And this video, it's fascinating. Like I said, reflecting back on the tactics that Todd shared with me on how he thinks he would go against Michael, it's really interesting now to see kind of those things come to life. But anyway, I'm not gonna watch the entire video with you. It goes for like 25 minutes, but what I am gonna do, the first 10 minutes is particularly interesting in this video. So I'm gonna go through the first 10 minutes of Michael's video and break down for you what I'm seeing, give you my thoughts, reactions, because oh my goodness, there's legitimately some very, very interesting stuff here. And yeah, let's just watch it. Actually, before I'll give you a little bit more context. So basically you're gonna see some kind of casual but ready goes. You're going to see some ready goes, and it's kind of like a king of the table system. And we're going to start with Michael and Todd, and we'll carry on from there. But anyway, let's have a look.
All right, guys, super excited to announce Toddzilla Hutchings, Hollywood Don Underwood, and the Gorilla Corey West. We got one hell of a training session today. I've got the guy that's got crazy power, side pressure strength, this explosive hitting dude, and the guy who's pulled me more than probably anybody. We're gonna try to run one match 90 seconds, one match 90 seconds, one match 90 seconds, and then they're all gonna beat the shit out of me. So don't forget to subscribe, click the bell for notifications.
All right, so just pause here. You can see Michael is gonna pull once in this order with 90 seconds between each round to mimic the upcoming super match. So he's attempting to start to get his body conditioned to the rigors of a super match. He's going to pull Todd, then Don, then Corey, and then just see kind of what goes on from there. All right.
Corey West, you're the man.
Say Corey.
Corey the Flash Miller.
Do I have to do the, you want me in the...
No, you just back out of it. Corey, once you
They're both pretty straight.
Yeah.
Close your thumbs. I agree. Close your hands. Go!
All right, we see a pretty vicious flash pin there from Michael Todd on Todd Hutchings there, round one. I think Todd Hutchings was probably like just not knowing how aggressive Michael was going to go, and didn't load any back pressure, didn't just kind of felt things what was going on. Anyway, good from Michael. It shows you that Michael's hit is pretty vicious when it's all lined up, but I don't think that was the real Todd Hutchings.
Fucking Christ. I'm just letting you know, that shit ain't happening with me, Junior. Don't let the it's Mr. Hollywood.
When I say TG, don't
Kevin Larry's pulling you.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Let him cheat like crazy. Let him cheat like crazy.
Okay. Good hit.
Double foul.
Was it all? Did y'all see elbows?
All right, got Don Underwood now on the right. Don actually, as you saw, he had a match with Todd Hutchings not that long ago in part of the TAL, and Todd Hutchings really crushed Don Underwood. But Don Underwood is a pronation-based, hit-based top roller, so he's going to present a different stylistic problem for Michael, and you can see there, no dramas getting the slip on Michael. Michael was definitely not going to hold on to Don in the straps now. Let's see what happens. I know you guys want to see the Todd stuff. Trust me, it's coming. But I want to give you guys the full context. I don't want to just skip straight to the Todd stuff, because we need a bit more context. So this is the context, particularly in terms of how much work is on Michael's arm and whatnot. Nevertheless, this is an interesting match too, but we're getting to the Toddzilla stuff. I promise it's coming real soon. All right. Don Underwood, you can see actually, look at him, pretty solid there against Michael. Stylistically, like I said, this is a match where Don's actually not so bad. Michael unable to get the pronation fully set, but Michael looking pretty solid and pretty safe in center. Don Underwood can't really move sideways from here. He's testing a few different areas. Michael just being patient, waiting ultimately for the hand and wrist to start going. You see Michael testing there. Don Underwood hitting, going nowhere, and taking the pin. All right, Corey West. Corey West, man, as Michael said at the start of the video, Corey's pretty much the guy that has pulled Michael more than anyone, and he's showing so much promise. He's probably, for me, he's the pick out of the upcoming prospects out of North America right now. If I had to put money on someone making the transition from where they're at now into the elite ranks, it's going to be Corey. I think he's going to get there. Dude has a hand like crazy. John Brzenk spoke incredibly highly of him. And when you watch him pull other people, I watched him pull Chance Shaw the other day. Yeah, impressive stuff. You see him holding on to Michael there, getting the slip. These guys know each other well, so they probably know exactly how this is going to go. But again, guys, Todd Hutchings coming up very soon after this little pull here. And I rest assured it's a different Todd Hutchings. It's the aggressive Todd Hutchings this time around. It's not going to be the casual, let Michael hit and catch out of straps Todd Hutchings. So I thank you for your patience on this. Alright, Michael Todd, pronation plus side pressure, getting on the bicep of Corey West, and there's the pin. Alright, here's what we've been waiting for. This is why you guys clicked on the video in the first place.
He's over here like Pac-Man.
He's over there like, listen, I told you I need to pull him a few times and then I'll figure him out. That's what he's doing.
You can see a couple of notes there. All the pulls have been shown in order, so this is the exact context of the pull. So Michael has pulled 3 guys so far. So there's work on his arm. That is the context. All right, you can see Todd Hutchings initiating there with a hook and actually being the aggressor from center. Then Michael Todd responding, and then the slip happening. So into the straps we go. This is where it gets juicy, guys. So let's have a look. All right, there it is. Big initiation. Looks very similar to when Todd pulled Devin. The hands are kind of balanced. The pronation is actually being won by Todd Hutchings here. He puts the foot up and starts to drive. But that arm of Michael's is still surviving. But you can see, like I said, the pronation is being won by Todd Hutchings. His wrist, even though it goes back, his fingers are so significant in their containment that Michael cannot get away. He cannot rise. He cannot get his own pronation away. And you can see Todd Hutchings' side pressure is constant. This is the other thing about Todd Hutchings, that he's always had staying power. He's not necessarily the biggest in a peak force sense, but Todd Hutchings has a lot of staying power. Combine that with his fingers. He's a wrist wrench guy. He trains on the wrist wrench, loves it. Look at it, it's starting to come back almost into a hook now. I've never seen anyone force Michael Todd into a hook, but it's creeping that way. Look, here we go, there we go. And Michael Todd trying to pronate through. There's the hook, amazing stuff. Back to the top roll defense from Michael Todd, but Todd Hutchings forcing it inside and not at all in a position where Michael Todd can come through and press or anything like that. He's kept him amazingly outside of his shoulder. You can see Rebecca looking for a pin here. She's getting really up close. Todd Hutchings, oh, she's called the pin. I think it was, oh, it's probably a little bit early, but Todd Hutchings loving it. Really, okay, so that's the first pull. I'm gonna press pause there. That's the first pull. Guys, it really shows you a lot about the stylistic matchup of Michael Todd and Todd Hutchings. They're going to pull again a lot, but I just wanted to say that on the first impressions of watching that video, the critical strengths that Todd Hutchings has that really, in my opinion, disables Michael Todd's traditional King's move is first and foremost Todd's fingers. Okay, so we know him as the side pressure king, but I know very well from Todd directly and watching him train and hearing him speak about it, that the wrist wrench, like a 3-inch wrist wrench is his favorite thing. And if you've ever gripped a wrist wrench, It really works your fingers. So all of the side pressure that Todd can do is in relation to also being able to contain and maintain his fingers at any one given time. So taking Todd's wrist is one thing, but I don't think there's anyone really out there that can take his fingers, especially when it's in the strap, because I know on his wrist wrench numbers, he's moving like 80 kilos kind of stuff, like big numbers without his fingers going. So that combined then with the staying power side pressure is really the key thing for me. But let's watch some more. Anyway, Rebecca calling that cheeky pin. Michael's not going to be happy with that, but it's training at the end of the day. This is all we're looking at. So, right. Okay, more aggression off the start there on the second one from Michael, but matched by Todd Hutchings. Again, similar situation. The King's move unable to gain height due to the finger pressure of Todd Hutchings. Again, the pronation battle is starting to be won by Todd. And now you can see Todd coming forward and over with his shoulder driving up and gaining his own wrist flexion. Todd Hutchings doesn't have a press. He's always admitted that he doesn't have a press. I think if Todd Hutchings had a press, he could probably finish the match right now, but he doesn't really have a press. So back there into the hook, you can see Michael Todd trying to pull through center and another pin happening. Another pin as Michael Todd tried to come forward and initiate a press or a hook, and he hits the wall of Toddzilla's side pressure. As he then tries to transition back out, there's a dip in the arm and another pin happens.
All right, we came around it, went right into it.
All right, they're gonna go again. So that's 2-0, kind of, or it's 2-1, but
When I pull them and I get
it's 2-0 in this little exchange here to Todd.
No, I'm a sparring.
Give me is there a short box chair? You got a little. Close your hands. Go.
Hey, see, different approach now from Michael. He's realized that the King's move's not working. Same start from a different angle there, straight through center. This is one of the strengths that Michael Todd has that a lot of people underestimate. He's just center table strength when he commits his shoulder. So he's banged straight through there on Todd Hutchings. Let's see what happens. Again, bang. Looking vicious, to be honest. Quickly equalize the score, 2-2. Todd knows it's coming now. Let's see if he can adjust. No. Can't catch and contain that.
That's where I need to be able to transition because he gets on top of me.
Looking at it again. Back to the other side of the table. Back to another outside King's move match. You can see the side pressure of Todd prevents Michael from getting the press, and every time he comes forward to look for the press or the shoulder roll, he can't. Todd can keep him King's moving, which is very, very impressive. So the fingers strength again being on display, climbing, forcing almost the hook again, Toddzilla, which is crazy stuff. I don't see anyone do that on Michael Todd. More leverage and King's moving attempts from Michael. Control of the hand is largely Todzilla's here. And I think it's down to those fingers again. The pronation trying to get through. He's looking for pins. He's given Michael some space for a flop press. Makes somewhat of an error. And Michael transitions there for the flop press. Let's have a quick listen to what they say, and then I'll wrap it up.
The hard thing about Todd is he has so much side pressure. Where I would normally transition here to press, it is very difficult to push him from that spot. Okay.
There we go. So interesting stuff. Like I said there, Michael Todd Hutchings, fascinating pulling. First time ever that those guys have grouped up, and it actually played out really well for Todd Hutchings, to be honest. I think if you had to say these guys face in a WAL match, like, I'm going to say it, Michael's probably not going to like me saying it, but I would, based on that, I would probably lean towards Todd Hutchings if I had to pick who was the likely winner of a super match. Just the way that Todd's fingers survive and prevent Michael's pronation from getting away. Although Michael clearly has the center table dominance if he's hitting his shoulder roll, I'm not sure that he could just do that from go. I think the aggression from Todd from go would be able to force Michael to King's move. But it's one of those knife-edge battles. It really is. I think that this would be a match that would go back and forth if they were to actually do it in the WAL or in any sort of real capacity. And truly fascinating stuff. And honestly, very exciting. It's exciting to see that sort of stuff, because this is a matchup that the world hasn't seen before. First time they've ever gripped. And as I was saying, when Todd Hutchings was in Australia, he spoke of this match as though it was something that he would love to have. He believed that he could beat Michael. He believed that he could take the WAL hammer. He believes all these kind of things, and just haven't been given that opportunity through the pathways yet. But anyway, you can see right there that it's a real match. I don't know what weights they're at. Obviously, Michael Todd, the bigger man, Todd Hutchings, probably around that 105 kilos at his best, and maybe comp day 110. But super fascinating stuff there. A killer training session. I think this only just opens up the world of possibilities and questions that we now want answered in an official sense. But for the meantime, obviously Michael Todd is going to go and pull Devin Larratt. But once that's done, I think Todd should be taking a ticket and saying, me next, me next. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Who would you back right now if this was an official match? Toddzilla, Michael Todd. I think it'd be a cracker. Yeah. All right, guys, hit the like button for me, hit the share button, subscribe, all those sorts of good things, and we'll see you again next time.
Yes, that's a man!